show. Welcome to the Matchpoint Podcast, where we make space for the passionate storytellers in the arena of competition. Matchpoint Podcast is the connecting voice of New Breed Sports. We're not the club for everyone, but we like the challenge. Today is going to be an amazing program. We are at Powerhouse Strength and Conditioning Gym on location, not normally in our studio. And today we have some fantastic guests, Coach K and Coach Tad. Welcome. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Yes, appreciate it.
This is a podcast that you're going to want to listen over and over again. So we're just going to start out with Coach K, Coach Tad. Tell us a little bit about yourself as people get to know you. But if you start with at the age of 5, I might have to cut you off.
Yeah. Well, first, I guess how did we get to this part? How did we get here anyways? So it seems like it's been a long journey, but it goes by quick too. I mean, it really does, you know. We've been doing this now for 11 years?
11, yeah.
About 11 years. So for me, it started out a lot as a kid just wanting to work out, wanting to get into that, you know. And I remember people were always asking me, do you want to be a trainer? You can be a trainer one day. And I had all these other odd-end jobs. I had other businesses I owned and stuff too. And then I was about 18. I remember I was like starting to get into working out, right? Like dabbling in it. And then I got my first computer, I think when I was 19. So every day, man, I'd go to work. And then I remember coming home and I was like fixated on it. I would just come home for like an hour or 2 hours just on the computer studying, learning about working out techniques. And it's crazy too because I'll read one thing and it tells you, hey, this is how you should do it. And the next thing I read is like, definitely don't do that. So I just built it over all the time of learning what I thought was good, putting it all together, and then bringing it in. And then eventually over the years, my brother was really getting into fitness too. He was pretty heavy. You know, for a long time, a lot of his childhood was pretty heavy. And finally, he was getting serious about working out. I always tried to get him to work out. And he was getting into CrossFit, and I was starting to get into CrossFit. And we took my philosophy and his, what we've always thought and what we learned over all the time, and we sort of meshed it in with CrossFit. And then it just took off from there. And we're like, hey, let's open a gym. A lot of it came too, though, it's just about the passion. Like, hey, he lost a lot of weight, got really fit. I'd been in shape for a while. And then we were like, man, we can get other people fit. We can get other people in shape. Like, this works. It's hard what we do, but we were like more Rocky style when we wanted to go on. We're like, we're going to go on. We're going to work, you know?
Yeah, just grinding it
just
out.
Grind.
But it sounds like your start really became because you saw results in your brother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how did it come about for you?
So for me, I just wanted to get in shape. I was overweight, had 2 kids, and I needed a trainer that knew what he was doing. Mm-hmm. So I came into Powerhouse as a member and just followed everything that Tad and at the time also Chad, mostly him, he's been my coach this whole time, and just followed everything that he told me to do. If he told me to run an extra mile, I ran an extra mile. If he told me to go heavier, I went heavier. There was no questioning. It's just do it.
And you know what the best athletes were? And this is what makes it fun. When you get people that come in, like how she walks in, and it's just like, what are we doing today? And this is what we're doing. And they just do it. And they do it. And then you see all the results. And then it's worth all the time. It's worth all the effort because you're rooting for everybody, especially when you see them putting in the work. And you see, like, we got to go heavier today. I need you to run that mile. They don't want to run the mile, but they run the mile. And they do it. And I go, when you go home also, you're going to eat like this. We help with nutrition, all that stuff, right? We have everything planned out. So I'm like, you just got to come in and just, all the people we have to do is come in and just bring effort. We got everything else planned out. And then when they do bring in effort, we end up getting people like athletes like her and all the other stuff, you know. So it was good for her to when soon as she walked in too. You always get those diamonds in the rough. The first day I seen her work out, she already had a bunch of trainers. You already had a lot of other trainers, huh?
Yes, I went through like 5 other trainers here in town, and he was my last one, and it just stuck, and we've been here ever since.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of it, when you join gyms, you go in, you're motivated, man, you want to do it, and man, I'm going to make the expense. You walk in, you look at the first piece of equipment, and you look at the equipment, and you look around, and you think, I'm not going to do this right, so I'm not going to do this. It's really sounds like when they come here, they are given training, and this is how you use it. This is what it's working out,
Yeah.
reps. And so a lot of what people don't know is being offered here.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that and how you see, facilitating that for people that want to work out? What have you seen in that? The
Well,
benefits?
yeah, because one thing that I can relate with really well on that is I started working out in my house. Just, everyone gets their home garage. And then I joined a commercial gym here in town. I started working out. I remember the first day I walked in, you said they had all the machines, they had all the stuff, and I was reading, looking. I'm like, and there was a ton of people in there. It was, even for me, and I was already in decent shape, not to what I wanted to get to, but already fairly confident in decent shape. And I almost left that day. Walked into the doors like, I'm out of here. Like, all the machines, what am I doing, And I was like, no, wait a minute, I can't. Well, this ain't going to work if I'm going to leave. So I went back in. So that's related to me really well in here, because what people really want is what you said. They want guidance. And we make a workout every day. We got the WOD, which we have every day. We have a warm-up we do for people every day. We also have a boot camp. And then we have a strength and conditioning program in the back as well with free weights and then all of our Olympic lifts and stuff. So we have it all set out, and people just come to us and say, hey, what am I doing? We explain why they're doing it, what's the reasoning behind it, and then let's get after it,
Yeah, a lot of people don't have structure, and here you get structure. You
So
walk
important.
in, you know what you're going to do. You walk in, you look at the board. What's my warm-up today? What's my workout today? What strength am I working out today? Not only that, we build such a bond with everybody here that you're accountable to come in every day. So if you miss a day, you might be at home and think, oh, I'm not going to come in today. And then when you come in the next day, we'll ask you.
Well, we know. And that actually
Where were
really
you
does help.
yesterday?
And we're like, wait, you guys know, of course we know you weren't here. We're waiting for you to come in. So it's good. And
so if there's a personal touch
Yeah.
to, a human connection.
Yeah.
I think many times we go to places, and if there's no connection,
yeah,
we're not going to be there very long,
Yeah.
because humans are designed for connection.
Yeah.
Is that one of the strengths here that I'm hearing from you guys as people come in?
Yes.
Hey, we know you're not here.
Yeah, I think, it's definitely the community that we built in here. And it trickles down from us. We start it and we lead the way on how, the energy is, the environment in the gym. One thing when I opened a gym, it was important for me was atmosphere. Like I always said to my brother and her when we started opening, atmosphere. We need a good atmosphere. And what I mean, just a good energy, a good positive energy, but because we're going to work hard. I mean, we want to have fun too, but it gets hard, but we want to get people in shape. So when we're here, when people always walk in and go, I want that body. I want to look this way. I want to be healthy. Okay, we're about to see if you really want what you say you want, because it's going to get hard, but it's going to work. It will absolutely work, But then we built an atmosphere around it where people really do come together, because we all hit the same workouts. And here's what I think is one of the most important things. See what you think too, is just that we're all doing we program all of our own workouts. We design all of our own workouts. We make it. It's CrossFit style, but we make all of our own. Every day is a new workout. And so everybody in the gym is doing that workout, but maybe at different weights, and maybe got to modify one thing or whatever, but pretty much everyone's doing the same workout. So everyone can relate with everybody, so the newest person, beginners to the most advanced in our gym, they'll be like, oh my God, that was so hard. But then and what I really like is some of the advanced people are like, that was hard. You did great. Good job. And they go to their car and they feel good. I got through it.
Supportive atmosphere.
Definitely
from
support.
others
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're in the same
Because we all felt it. And we all knew when we started how hard it was. And like when I walked into the commercial gym, I felt overwhelmed. I was like, I'm going to leave. That can even be amplified here because it's hard. And there's Olympic lifts, there's weights banging down and stuff. It's like, what's going on in here, But it's really good, especially from the more advanced people who've been here for a while, some long-term members. They're all really encouraging because they see how we do it and they're really good. It helps us a lot when they go over and tell someone, man, that was a good job today. It gets people like, oh, I can do this. And they got it.
You as the owners, the trainers have set the environment that has been picked up, the culture of the gym to be positive. I think as trainers, in my opinion, they're some of the last truth tellers. And if you notice some of the language, we don't want you to get offended. They've used the word hard. They've used the word overweight. And I know those are buzzwords now, but the truth is the truth. And so sometimes we have to speak the truth. Hey, if you're going to go from here to here, this is the pathway.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be tough.
Yes.
But you're going to make it.
And one of the biggest things I tell people too is look yourself in the mirror. We all do it. And you look in there and we've all done it. and I want to get fit. I'm not going to eat that cookie in the pantry. I'm not going to get ice cream tonight. I'm not going to do it. Then they walk straight out of the, looking in the mirror and go right to the pantry and eat the cookie. I've been there. We've all done it, but there's been also a majority of the time when I'm like, I'm not going to do it, and I don't do it, because I'm serious and I want it. If you want it, it can be done. It's hard, but also the fact that it's intense here and it is hard, but don't be scared. We got 5-year-olds working out. We got 70-year-olds working out. So it's for everybody, but it's as intense as you want to make it. That's really what it is. But I like the intensity because within 6 months, you're going to radically already change, and then if you can stick this out for a year, like I told people, I want you probably by 6 or 7 months, but definitely a year. I want you getting out of the car and someone being like, what do you do? You play sports? Like, what? You look like that, and I go to Powerhouse.
They admire
your
work.
Because they can tell they're at a really athletic level, and I've had people go, man, you were asking me what I do or why I just go to Powerhouse.
You had mentioned about youth and young people working out. We're going to get to that because New Breed combined. But if you see behind us, you see their name, but you also see some medals. Could you guys tell us a little bit about those medals?
I trained her. Yeah, I trained her, but I'll let her because she's the one that earned them. One of the ones that earned them.
Yes, but I had an awesome coach and a great gym behind me as well. Well, behind here, you see we have a national record for powerlifting, also 3 state records.
From you.
From me.
She's being very modest. So we like the modest. So altogether, we have 3 women, and we just really, it was only in the last few months. One of the athletes was like, hey, because we do a lot of CrossFit and other stuff, and she's like, what about powerlifting? Think we can do that? I was like, oh yeah, we can. I'm sure we can do that. Let me look some stuff up, see some records, or see where we're at. I come back and I'm like, let's give it a go. And these women also work very hard, and they took it really serious. And when they didn't mess around. So it's also amazing to have the athletes when they're like, let's go, and they're as motivated as you are. That helps so much. And man, they took off and they went for it. We did all these medals. We got a whole bunch of more medals over here, but we hung a few up. But the 3 women, the most you can break, for anyone who doesn't know, is 4 records in each category. You got the back squat, your deadlift, your bench, and then overall score. And man, all the girls came in and each one of them broke 12 California state records. So they broke all the records in all their categories. Then we got invited to nationals, and she broke 2 United States records in nationals. At nationals, so that was great.
I'm sitting next to a champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I have to tell her, I tease, but I came in first at a Veterans Day run a while back, right? And I got a little tiny medal, so I wear it around sometimes, and I go, I got one too. But we're very proud of her, and it goes to show too. So a lot of it, guys, it's brought a lot of credibility too, which is good because it shows. And then we also are elite level for CrossFit, which is pretty much professional level. And we do a lot of competitions and we train for it. And the last one we did was NorCal Classic. And now we're really getting more other people to go do this, right? So we have the elite level CrossFitters here. And then we broke all the records and stuff, a lot of the records for powerlifting. And then really it's our programming gets us to that level. So whether New Breed, we have went together with New Breed. And so far this has been amazing. The athletes that are coming from New Breed are very they're motivated and they want to win. And New Breed is amazing because you guys they do a lot. Our daughter's also in New Breed. And as soon as she got in, her name is Shiloh, she got in with New Breed, and me and her were already like, the way you guys were coaching, the way you guys were bringing it together, we're like, this is right down our alley. Because it's fun, the kids like it. But you guys were also no nonsense, and we're here to earn your playing time, win, let's be good. And then it's important to teach the kids too, that winning mentality again. We're also mentoring a lot of the kids and getting mental with them, as in, you guys have to have the mentality of the winner. It is hard, and we got to get there.
We're going to get to that, but I'm going to do something strange because I think you guys might like this story if I'm accurate. You were in Las Vegas. You set a record in Las Vegas, right?
Yes, I did.
And then something else significant. While they were in Vegas competing, what happened?
Well, we decided to elope.
So we got married. We did.
We got married.
So it was awesome experience because we've been engaged for
a great one, man.
Because we've been engaged for quite a while, and we got invited to nationals. We're like, we're already there. Maybe this is destiny.
I think so, because we have put off the wedding because we put so much time back into the business that we don't think about ourselves. And, oh, let's go have a wedding. It's, okay, what are we going to do for the gym next?
Yes.
What are we going to do for Powerhouse?
Yeah.
You know, it's always Powerhouse, Powerhouse, Powerhouse. So when we're there,
and I haven't asked this yet, though. I'm scared to ask this. So you don't have to answer, but I don't want to ask her what was more exciting, breaking the United States record or getting married. So we'll leave that for another time.
We'll leave that a little bit. But I wanted to let you know, this is real life, and yet they're making it work, and they find time to do one of the most significant moments of your lives in connecting in marriage. And I say that because I know a lot of people out there are going to enjoy that story. You can hear the rest of it from them someday. But I just had to throw that in.
Yeah.
Breaking records, getting married, it's all the same, you know.
Yes.
So significant moments in your life, and I know that so many times people have things going on, but if you look at your schedule, you can schedule in those significant connections with people, life in general, and make it happen. But one of the things we do want to get to is from New Breed Volleyball. This has been an exciting movement for us as a club, and where we partnered with Powerhouse Strength and Conditioning. I see the difference. I came in twice, but I was sold the first time I saw the training. And can you speak to what you have seen in the young athletes that are coming in? Because honestly, we've talked about this, and I'm going to say this to everyone, is we want New Breed athletes to be connected to Powerhouse because of what they accomplish, the confidence you build. I'm not going to take their story away, but can you guys speak to what you're seeing in the athletes and what the growth is and what you see in the future?
Yeah. So with all the New Breed athletes that have came in already, they already have that high standard of New Breed walking in. So that makes it so much easier for us because New Breed already set standard. This is how hard we work. This is what we want. This is discipline. So we take that, and that's also our what we do here. That's what we want, discipline. We want you to work hard. We want you to push. We want you to be dedicated. So that's the easy part. They're already motivated. So once they were here, next thing you do is you add in our coaching and our training and start these athletes at the bottom and see what they can do. Assess them. We'll assess them, and then
the first week or two is a lot of assessing. First week we assess their level, and then after that, because that's important to find out what they can do, what we need to work on, because a lot of it is fundamentals. Can we squat properly? Can we do a push-up? Can we do a pull-up? And then just body mechanics, because especially for an athlete, the body mechanics is so important because we want that on point. And then we want, once we get the body mechanics and we're getting them straightened out and we know it's good, then the fun stuff starts happening after that. We're going to get strong. We're going to work at explosion and strength and speed. And that all comes actually with our programming. Because like I said, it's sort of Rocky style, but it's hard, the programming. But honestly, a lot of it is, as you do this really well too, it's making them believe where they can take it and what they can do. Because the programming works. That's how we broke the records. Realistically, it's shown and proven that with Powerhouse and the workouts we've created a lot of super good athletes. And, we're setting United States records, winning big competitions, which is great. But it's just believing that it works, buying into it. And then I do think it was a good mix because you've already set a really good standard at New Breed. When they came in, these kids were ready to go. They were ready to work out. And honestly, it's exciting for us. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's work out. And that was awesome.
You guys just create that culture that fuels that fire. And there's some words that you're using, body mechanics, assessment. I don't work on my own car because I just don't know enough. And some of the languages or words that you speak, we may be familiar, but I invest in someone that knows how to work on my car because I know it's the results are going to be what I want. And so, as I share with people, is you may not work on your own car, you may not work on your own computer. You come here and you have someone that okay, that has set national records and do the workout that you carry them through. Okay, can you speak to how athletes have come and what you've seen in them following your lead? Because there's got to be a level of trust.
Yes, for sure.
Or can you speak to that?
Yes, when they come in, we want them to have confidence that they can do whatever we ask them to do. And after that,
Well, yeah, because a lot of it is because it does get intense and it does get hard. We've all been at that level where you know, work out. We do it pretty much every day.
Yeah.
I don't think I can finish this. I don't know, but we do get through it. And a lot of that is believing in me and her. And
and also setting the example.
Setting example. I was going to say that.
What we also do is we jump in with the workouts with a lot of the athletes. This is how we want you to push.
Yeah.
This is how fast we want you to go. I know you might feel like you're going to throw up, but you're not. But we're going to keep going. And it's not quitting, having the confidence that I can do this. I'm not going to stop. And every day that they come in, their confidence just builds and builds and builds on top of that.
Because they realize they can do it.
Yeah. And every day they're getting stronger. They're getting faster. They're noticing how they're moving is a lot easier. They can grow, their footwork is better. They're jumping higher without actually trying. So when they actually put in the effort to do something, then they're surprised themselves. So every day they're coming in and noticing the positive that's coming out of the workouts.
Well, yeah, and it's that leading by example.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And a lot of times we do get to jump in with a lot of members here and work out, and they like that. I've had people tell me, like, I like you guys here jump into the workouts with different people and do this. Because we're all doing the same workouts, but we also want to set by example, like, this is the pace we're going to push, this is what we want to do. And don't think we're not tired. We're tired, but you push through, and you just get it done. And the athletes are good. Pretty soon the athlete's going to be pushing us. So it's getting close already, right?
Yeah.
I think, the results is, I'll share this story. We were at the SoCal Championships last year, and one of our athletes missed 3 serves long. I was so happy. And I came back and I told Coach Tad, this is amazing. And the reason is because she'd been training here, and where she struggled to get the ball to the net.
Right.
And now she was hitting it long. I know we don't want to miss serves.
Right.
But I could tell the strength that she developed from just barely getting into the net to hitting it long. And when I say she missed long, she didn't miss by much, but it was a bullet.
Right.
And so what results are you seeing? I see other results of their strength and explosiveness. What other things do you see?
Well, so what we like to do as well, too, is I tell a lot of the kids, too, like, you got your volleyball coaches with New Breed. They're going to teach you all the technique and all the volleyball stuff. We're here to teach you all the strength, conditioning, explosiveness, and techniques, footwork. And, a lot of it's quick movements. We want to be quick. We want to move, especially when you got to do that. We do a lot of athletes, but we got a big thing going on with New Breed. And we go and we watch a lot of athletes. So we also go and, the kids like it, too, though, but they're like, oh, coaches are here. But really, it's we're there to support them, but we also want to see what can we work on,
so
what can help.
We're building an overall athlete.
Yeah.
So no matter what position you put them in or what sport they play, they are going to play at the top because they know what it is to be competitive and how to compete at a competitive level. So it pushes them that much further and that much harder. But how bad do you want it? What sports do you play? Whether it's volleyball and basketball and I think we have another one, cheer.
We're doing cheer. We're starting cheer.
Yes,
it's
and
good.
cheer.
It's got a lot going on.
No matter what you choose to do with New Breed, if you choose one or all, your performance here is going to help you with all 3.
And you know why else I think it works is, too, when our child got into New Breed and started doing it, it was just, we believed in New Breed. We believed in what they were pushing, what they were doing, and all the kids want to win. It's fun to win and be good and try, So we're like, man, these you guys have it going on, and we're like, so for us to come together, it was a really good fit, It was just like that. You guys have very high standards, and we go watch the kids too. We have high standards. Like we see them, we have expectations for them, and that's what we set. And I think they know that too. And when the kids are in here, we want it to be fun, and they get together, they work out in groups, so it is fun, and they actually really enjoy it. A lot of the kids, like when they first started, the first day or two, to their mom and dads, 1 or 2 days a week. Now they want to come 5 days a week, because they want to get, because the camaraderie, and they realize it's making them better too. They can see it on the court as well.
What they also don't realize too, we see it, they don't, but when you have one teammate that trains with us here at Powerhouse,
Yes, that is
then you have
happening.
another teammate trains here at Powerhouse, but one teammate's only coming in 2 days a week, and then once you hear the other teammate's coming in 5 days a week, and now you're just wondering like,
Competition.
It's competition to hold each other
putting in the
accountable.
work that I should be putting, or
Yes.
am I putting in bare minimum? The other athlete that's coming in at 5 days a week, she's putting in every effort to be the best she can be. So then that gets the athlete that's coming in 2 days a week thinking,
Well, and these,
am I slacking
yes,
off?
well, and these kids are busy.
Yeah.
But guess what? They're figuring it out.
Yes.
They're coming in 4 to 5 days a week. They're figuring it out.
Well, they're going to see him in the gym,
Yeah.
but they're going to see him at tryouts too.
That's right.
Yeah.
And who's going to be better prepared?
Yep.
The sun's going to come up tomorrow morning whether you're prepared or not.
Yeah.
So you might as well be prepared. Tryouts are going to come, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be prepared. That moment where you're going to need explosiveness, will you have it? Have you packed it in your toolbox to compete? Because I was telling a parent, because they were asking me about their training. Well, your child's going to be competing against those teammates.
Yeah, right.
They're at the gym. Who do you think is going to have the advantage? Who's going to have the power? Who's going to have the strength? And something you mentioned earlier is the mind. If your mindset isn't developed, it doesn't matter how strong you are.
Right.
You're going to tap out.
Yes.
But here, with the encouragement from you, from the other gym members, the other athletes, it builds that internal structure that we need.
Yeah.
We're losing some medals, but that's okay.
But we got more. We gotta get more now.
Because we got married, now I have to go and break more records as Miss Spain.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, for new breed parents, they have an incredible offer for new breed athletes. And you can ask more about that. You can call here or call New Breed, and we'll share those details. But it's phenomenal for the training that you get by professionals that are there. If you heard them talk about sometimes doing the workouts with them, but overseeing what they have, nutrition, because you have to feed the body what it needs to do what you want. You can have a Lamborghini, but if it doesn't have gas,
that's right.
It's not
Don't
gonna
work
right. And so those are all things that are done for you that really prepare you for an element of success, which is what we want. And so we want to encourage you to continue. It's not too late. It's a call away. Come check it out. I would not ever do any kind of support if I didn't wholeheartedly believe in it.
Right.
I came here once, talked with them over lunch. I was sold. And so I'm still sold on that. And so there's a growing number of athletes from New Breed that are coming.
Yeah.
I hope that you become one of them as well. So as we close up here, any parting words that you would like to say?
Well, one thing real quick, I'd say, so I hope people do take advantage of the New Breed deal, because that's a deal that we have going on. It's a really good one. It's only with New Breed right now. We have a lot of other athletes, and they have a deal, but we have the special deal with New Breed. It's the best one we got going on, and we can go over that more too when people message us or whatever on social media. But really take advantage of it, because we're offering a lot for that price, because really we just want to help all the kids and have New Breed and Powerhouse grow together. So it's really good deal. So hopefully we get after that. And honestly, what do you think?
Honestly, I think the best thing to do is bring your athletes in so they can see firsthand how a workout is.
And they can try it out.
So we can better explain to you and show you exactly what we do. A lot of times when parents call, we explain everything, go through our process, but you have to see it with your own eyes. You have to see how your athlete is moving and how we're having them and how we're training them. Because while they're here, their first workout might be 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That is our physical assessment. And then you could also see how your athlete is. So I would recommend the best thing to do is just walk in.
Yeah, and they can see how everything works. And then they start seeing how we're putting it together, and they go, okay, now I get it. And to be real, like, I've told the parents that are here already know this, but I'm like, man, the kids that are not coming in, they're going to get left behind. They are going to get left behind.
They are going to be left behind.
It's what it is, you know. And
yeah, what worked yesterday is not working in the future,
right.
and that's everything's evolving, and we need to evolve. We're designed as humans to evolve. This whole universe is designed to evolve.
Right.
So when we don't, we're really going against the natural order of things. One of the things that I want to do highlight on is I never imagined this, but there has been some parents or some siblings that are older that enrolled their sister or their daughter, and then some of them, hey, I'm here, I might as well put in a workout.
Yeah, because I think it's inspiring to them too, because they're here waiting and they see their kids or brothers or sisters and they're like, I'm already here, I should be doing it too. So it's been inspiring for them. It's actually been really good.
What also helps that you have one athlete coming from New Breed, and then you have another athlete that does something, let's say soccer. They notice, okay, well, that's working for my daughter. I want my son to come in here. And, you know, whether it's football, soccer, they can see the difference in how their child is moving. They look more athletic on the field. They move a lot faster. They are growing more muscle. These athletes right now are so young. If they set the standard now, they're only gonna.
They're so far ahead of the game at that point.
And you wanna set your future up. So if you're 12 years old right now, if you start this now, by the time you go to high school, by the time you go to college, this is.
Because we're building that foundation already while they're young, and then they learn they got to work out this hard. This is part of it. One of the best compliments I think we got is sort of hitting on that is when the parents come in and they have their one kid from New Breed or so come, you know, and sign up, and then maybe their another kid plays another sport that didn't happen to the New Breed, and you're like, I have to sign them up too. That's the best compliment we got because they're clearly going, this works. It works. My other kids have to get in it. So that's been awesome.
And that really speaks to the fact that the investment is they want it to work.
Yeah.
They want it to work, and it's the investment is at a level where, you know, I can do it with two athletes.
Yes.
And that's always, you know, challenges when our resources are limited, but yet they see the value.
Yeah.
They say, man, this is worth.
Yeah, because it is another commitment, but man, and that's why we came together on it. I think it's pretty much necessary. You really want to take your kids to the next level. If I'm gonna be honest, we told this to our kid that plays volleyball. Like, we don't all our kids work out. Obviously, we believe in it, but we're like, you don't have to. It's not gonna be forced to work out. But to be honest, if you want to not work out, and you want to do your little stuff, just go play local little, like, you know, at the park. Go do your thing. But if you want to take it serious in club and this other stuff, we're gonna take it serious, take it all the way, because we are setting up to get ready to go to high school and stuff. We're getting set up for all that. It only gets tougher. So, you know, we want to be prepared by the time we get in there.
Well, I'm hoping she goes to the high school I coach.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm recruiting. Turn me in. CIF's gonna love this. So those are gonna send that clip to CIF.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things before we close out is the workout hours.
Yeah.
To me, it's amazing the workout hours. I know at other gyms, at other different places, they do it different, and it's a different model, which is fine. But here, when can athletes come in? You know, because sometimes parents have work schedule. How flexible is?
So the good news is a lot of gyms sort of like ours, they only have 3 or 4 class periods a day, which gets very hard for busy parents and the students to get in. We open at 5 a.m. and we're here pretty much until 7 p.m. at night. So we're all day long. We're 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at that time. Then we also do a Saturday class too, which is also very fun because the kids have a little more open schedule on Saturdays if they don't have a game or anything. And they come in as a big group and like to work out. We usually do that between 9 and 12 on a Saturday, you know, and we make Saturdays a little more fun. It gets tough, but it's a little more fun because we have the whole week. Let's do something a little funner on Saturday. But yeah, and we're very flexible, and we always talk to the parents and want to know too, because it's a lot of hours for us, but one of our biggest things is we don't want a reason for someone not to be able to come in because stuff happens in life. Like, man, I was there, but I missed the class by 10 minutes. That's why we're just open. We're always in here. We're always ready to train. You just walk in. Doesn't matter if it's 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you walk in, Hey coach, let's go. So because if I was, I always thought if I was a member somewhere, that's what I would want. Because I want to work out that day. I don't want to walk in and not be able to have time, or the class wasn't there, that class period wasn't there. So I think we're open like 15 hours a day, huh? Pretty much. I mean, we work a lot, but that should be enough time to get in. So.
Right. Well, I think that is just phenomenal because there's a lot of flexibility in the schedule where, you know, it's almost like it fits most families.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Yeah, whether you have 30 minutes or you have an hour.
It's also important.
We have
yes.
some kids that are here for 3 hours,
yes.
but they're always working on something. You can come in and tell me, hey, I have 30 minutes max. All right, let's go and let's move.
That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, because people ask how long. If you do our main workout, we have a main workout every day, which we call our workout of the day, our WOD, CrossFit workout. That's our main one. If you are crunched for time, we're going to come in, we're going to do a little bit of stretching, you know, not crazy long, but we're going to get a little stretched out. We do a quick warm up and then we knock that workout out. And, you know, so in 30, if someone doesn't think they can come in here in 30 minutes and not get an amazing workout, they can. You know, all the rest, when some of the kids stay here for 2 or 3 hours, we're doing all the extra stuff. They'll hit weights in the back. They'll work on that. Maybe they work on some Olympic lifting, deadlifts, you know, squat cleans or something like that. There's always something to do here. And what's weird is sometimes you're like, they'll be like, how long have I been here for? You know, the time just flies by. But whether you want to be here, really, half an hour to an hour and a half, you can get everything done, you know, and when people are busy, because sometimes the parents are like, no, it's cool, an hour, you know, got it. But sometimes they have that half an hour.
Sometimes some athletes have to be here at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and
they got to knock it out before school and stuff. And they do it. Yes, and they're doing it.
In the morning,
very impressed.
They come in, the dedication. A lot of credit to you guys because they are seeing the results. They're liking it. And there is an element of fun because they're, you know, what 13, 12-year-old kid wakes up at 5 in the morning to get
super impressed
to the gym.
Yes.
And kudos to the parents too that wake up that
also
early to bring them.
Because I tell the parents, I actually thank the parents a lot because a lot of people, I mean, the parents think about this, but man, the parents are putting in so much work too. It is a lot of work to travel and take your kids and do all that, you know, but they're their biggest advocates. They want them to see. And you know what the easiest thing is? I get to tell the athletes, they come in and I go, no, squat lower. No, pick that up. We're not resting yet. Because I'm like, there is no way me and Kay are sending you back to your parents after 2, 3, 4 months. And they go, no change. That ain't happening. You know, they're wanting us to get change in the kids and make them a better athlete. And like, so we're going to send them a better athlete.
And I believe that is why a growing list of, and I'm only speaking new breed athletes, but these are any athlete, any parent that wants to get in shape, is they're seeing the results. And that's why the list keeps growing. And I think it's going to grow even more.
For sure.
It's going to be so exciting for us as a club because we want new breed athletes to dominate. We want them to dominate, and so we're looking for ways to help facilitate that. And the connection that we have had has been amazing. But parents, it's for you too. It's for anyone. Come and visit them here at Powerhouse Strength and Conditioning Gym, Porterville, California. I know we focus a lot on new breed, but it's beyond that. But because the podcast is for new breed, that's kind of what we focused on. But just be aware of that it's more than that. You don't have to be new breed. If you're an athlete, you don't have to be part of new breed here. Come and see them, become better, get stronger. You know, I used to say to some of the athletes, you walk in strong and sometimes you crawl out stronger.
That is true.
That is true.
With that, I want to thank Coach Tad and Coach K. And with that, match point.
All right.
Game over.
Game over. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, good.
You know, it's like hitting the workout. You never felt like you did good.